Rightio. So, working on the EF again. And you may be wondering, what are you doing on the car, mate? Unless you can read. In which case, you know what I'm doing on the car. I'll put that there. Ignore all that. That's all depowered. That's just for amps. Because I'm running a sub as well. So basically, I'm just mocking this up for now. And then I've got to figure out where to run my power wire. I'm not too worried about the earth. Earth's really easy to figure out. Power wire, I have to fuse it. Very, very, very close to the battery. And then earth, I'm pretty sure I just have to add another one to the engine. But basically, I'm mocking it up for now so to make sure everything can still function. Subs in probably the best spot I could fit it. And then, yeah, I've got to run my power wire from here underneath all the interior, which is going to be sick. It's going to be fun as. And I'm going to run it to the starter, which is on the other side. So I might actually run it. Bang, 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 starter. And then I'm going to use the old these old boys. I'm going to give them a good old snip, and then I'm going to put some lugs on their terminals, and then I'm going to have a power distribution pole probably somewhere hidden back there, so I could probably actually cut these back a fair bit, to be honest. And then, yeah, it gives me stuff to branch off in the future, because after this is going, I want to get rid of that. Shouldn't be too hard. And then once them two are gotten rid of, I want to move that. And then probably be changing that up. I might be changing that, changing the airbox, minimizing the intake. That's really easy to move. So that's like a 15-minute job. So basically, I want nothing in the engine bay so I can look good. But yeah, firstly, I'm just mocking up the length of my power cable, which I've got more than enough, which is perfect. So basically, I got to figure out where from the starter I can poke this through. There's plenty of holes back here, but that's way too high up. To just run it and mount it, make sure it's not rubbing against anything. I'm going to conduit anyway. And then, yeah, run it along the interior, which should be pretty easy. But, yeah, I've just got to make room for everything else in the boot. So that's going to be the tricky part. So, I've fucking torn the interior apart. I'm going to clean that because you can't have that in an E-Series. Oh, I just have a route so I can run the power cable, which is under this little plastic dehoover. There's a perfect channel for it. This needs to be stapled back together. But the tricky bit is trying to find somewhere the power cable is going to fit through, because oh shit, it ain't going to go up there. It's going to go somewhere around here, which basically means that I'm going like this, doing one of these, or I could go up higher and find a higher output, but then it's going to be ugly when I get rid of the intake. So this is the situation that I'm in. Or if I was smart and went somewhere fancy, I could have gotten one of those through, I forget what you call them, they're like a post. You drill a hole, it's insulated, and then you can take the power off the other side, and they can just run that. But I didn't get one of those now, did I? I'll figure it out. But yes, it's going along pretty smoothly. Should be able to find a home down there, maybe. Maybe. I'll find something. Rightio, so running my first. I don't like how this is ran, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug all these, plug them all back in the way I would like. This can be in a better spot, this can be in a better spot, and then I could probably poke a hole in some rubber or something. I don't know, I'm just trying to poke my head around somewhere. It's probably going to suck because it's probably going to be up here, which I don't like. Oh well. Oh well. Bang. Looks better already, mate. Now start poking some holes. Might have to pull the glove box out and see if I can see where that ends up, because if that's the case, that makes it easy for me, but if I can't, it's going to be hard. Should be right. Well, that was incredibly bold of me to assume that I could see through to the back. Yep. Now, hopefully this trim can come off and it's one piece and not something stupid. But seeing as how it's going, I'm going to have to pull this whole car apart just to access a hole, which is not going to be fun. Jeez, pardon me. So that was a bit of a mission. Had to poke that through there, so that looks clean. Basically, couldn't pull the bottom half of the this bad boy out. So I managed to, with a bit of advice from Nick, basically pull the grommet out, shine a light through, see if I could find the light, which I barely could. But once I could basically shoot straight for it, find out on the other side and pull it out with a bit of long nose pliers. Then what I'm going to do is, of course, reroute this underneath there, run it along here, all across here, and then neaten it all up, and wherever it's got like a, say, a hard turn or something like that, maybe put a bit of conduit, because you do not want this to rub through to burn your whole car down. But yeah, happy fun time. Woohoo! So easy part's done. Running the battery cable, probably easier on other cars, probably harder in some cars, don't care. Now I've got to route that nice and neatly to the starter, mark it out, cut it, strip it, crimp it, and then on the other end I've got to mock up where either the fuse or a breaker goes. So yeah, and then cut, strip, crimp to the relay, cut, strip, crimp to the from the relay, and not the relay, the breaker to the terminal. And then I do have to add, as I said before, I do have to add an earth to the block, to the body, just because because the resistance is different from that earth straight to the body to the block than to that earth. So this starter, because it's earthed to the block, may work funky if I don't do that. So yes, right, yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna MDF this whole back piece, because if I am, then I will have to basically put a fuse and then kill switch, because that just does what a breaker does, and then have the access for the kill switch on this side of the MDF, or if I just mount the kill switch here, because I'm not actually, that might not be, no, that's not solid enough, that's not going to mount the kill switch. I might even have to mount it to the sub box. If I use shallow enough bolts and then just cover MDF later, then there's no worries. Yes, I do have a battery mount coming, shut up. Yes, tough, sick. So, battery cable crimped, and then I've made, this is all my excess, pretty good guess if you ask me, maybe a metre too long, but couldn't hurt to have more. Bang! Made that little thing to run from our thingamajang, I forget what you call it, breaker, and down.
Hitler wasn't that bad.
So I got big dog Carson here with me, and we're gonna put
Battery relocation.
well, yes. But I've got to now mount the earth cable from the battery, and then go to mount the other cable that I have.
And then he can mount me.
then I can mount this one, which is the battery, the block to the body, and then I can get rid of that. Yeah. Battery disconnected. New battery connected. Moment of truth. Close this. Starter is stuck on. Why is the starter stuck on?
And why is it not pushing the solenoid?
Huh?
Weird that it's not pushing the solenoid.
Yeah, but the starter shouldn't be stuck on anyway. Round two. This is just, where'd I put the keys? An airbox. Alright. Battery no connect. Will the car start? I got ignition. No battery lights. Mate. Battery gone.
Big Falcon guy.
Yar. That Johnny's in there. So now it's just I'm just waiting on my mount, and then I'm gonna just riv nut in there and solid mount it, and then that's done, really. And then subs going in, amps, MDF, bang. So it all works, it runs, no battery light, no funky stuff. Yeah, tough.